these movies, because we've done 1, 2, and 3, we've kissed a ton.
A lot.
So I don't think it's awkward anymore.
It's always like, oh, here we are again.
Here we are again, yeah. This was right after the movie came out, so it was kind of right when people started to see it. And I was, working out, I was doing my thing, and then I like to go into the sauna after. And typically, you just kind of go in with your towel, and you're kind of like, that's it. And I was sitting in the sauna and not realizing that people had seen the movie, and then a bunch of girls ran into the sauna, and I was like, oh my God, this is super awkward. So that was definitely like my most uncomfortable moment. And I realized, I was like, oh, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, things are changing.
Yeah. I can tell you what worked for me. Tap, 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 tap on the shoulder. Yes, Lana. Hi, oh my God, wait, can I get your phone number really quick? Because there's a joke that I remembered and I want to tell you, but I forgot. So I'll just text it to you later.
Love that. Honest. I think that like being straightforward and transparent, being like, I'd love to take you out. Give yourself time. It's okay to feel feelings. It's okay to feel feelings, and the catharsis is the thing that's gonna heal you.
Focus on yourself.
Yeah, yeah. And be gentle and kind to yourself. In these movies, because we've done 1, 2, and 3, we've kissed a ton.
A lot.
So I don't think it's awkward anymore. It's more of like the first time, and you're like,
Yeah, the first time is like, so is this gonna be professional or is this gonna be weird?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, this is gonna be cool. This is gonna be
This is gonna
professional.
be good.
All right,
Yeah,
sick.
we're fine.
And then it's like kind of, and it's not even awkward, but it's just
No.
like, it's always like, oh, here we are again.
here we are again. Yeah, for sure.
It's more challenging than anything because the goal is to make it look so real. It is one of the most primitive, honest, and weird things in general. Putting your mouth to someone else's mouth is like an actual like romantic feeling that you have when you're sharing it with somebody that you actually have feelings for. But on a set, you're surrounded by an entire crew of people. It's about timing. It's completely silent. You have to make it look so real. It has to feel very real. It's very easy to tell when it doesn't, and it doesn't feel that way, and it doesn't. Those emotions aren't incited as an audience member. It's a challenging thing. I have a lot of respect for like a very good sexy scene or a very good like a really great kiss on camera or on stage or something. I have a lot of respect for it because it's actually a challenging thing to make feel very real. I think the people initially were obviously surprised because I just don't look the way that they kind of like envision him looking when they read the books. Maybe I don't sound like him or whatever the case may be, but ultimately the text takes care of John Ambrose. He is I think, one of, if not the kindest, sweetest, most sophisticated, smart, warm characters written in any YA novel or in any rom-com, in any film. And so obviously a lot of fun to play that because it's just a matter of like being kind and charming. The charm is something that has to, it's rather subjective, I would say, and an audience has to determine whether or not that is actually the case. All right, so we kind of do another Thanksgiving around Christmas. Like at Christmas, we just have like Thanksgiving meal over and over again. I personally am a Christmas nut. If anybody in my life will tell you that I am. My house turns into a winter wonderland. Even my place here, like I'll do a little something here. But I hate that, like the feeling that I feel where Christmas time is concerned is so short to me. So I start celebrating it the moment that Halloween is over. I decorate, do the whole thing. I do Christmas in July.
One of those.
I pick a day in the middle of July and I watch Christmas films and listen to Christmas music, and it's great.
Snog, marry, avoid.
Kylie Jenner, Zendaya, Michael B. Jordan.
Kylie Jenner.
What is a snog?
Sounds like a game.
Michael B. Jordan, good-looking dude. Seems like he could be a marrying type. I'm gonna marry Zendaya. She's dope, she's a vibe. I haven't seen her in a couple of years now, but the last few times we've ever been together, I just remember being like, my God, she's just such a vibe. She's dope. Michael works a lot. Zendaya works a lot as well, but like, I haven't like vibed out with Michael, even though I feel like we would get along really well. Yeah, honestly, it's gonna be some offset stuff. I think it's gonna be, I'm kind of the dad in the cast and on set. Like, I just like to make sure everyone's taken care of. I was doing cocktails and wine at my place back in Vancouver, and we all wrapped around the same time. We grabbed street hot dogs and went up to my place and like played Mario Kart and had wine and just had a wonderful time.
I would jump out of a plane before I would base jump. 100%. Because I don't like that idea of like having your feet like, don't your feet, like your ankles are bound when you're jumping and then you go head first? Versus
They're
like,
bound?
Isn't it? Like, isn't base jumping that?
Not
No?
bound. No. Base jumping is when you jump off of an inanimate object and then pull the parachute. Would you base jump?
I'm gonna say no. As a flat answer, no.
Can we go base jumping together?
No.
Okay.
No.